If you still don't know what audio equipment you need for your video business, well, everything in this case will have you covered for pretty much any situation. The first purchase you should make is a wireless lavalier kit. And this is simply because most of the videos you're going to be doing require you to capture someone's voice, whether they are close to you or they're a couple hundred feet away. And this is done by attaching a lavalier mic directly onto the person. The most cost-effective solution today is the Rode Wireless Pro. It gives you two transmitters which have built-in microphones, as well as an extra port to allow you to use the included lavalier mics, of which you've been listening to so far in this video. This kit also comes with a host of accessories, specifically the wind muffs. I'm wearing one right now, and that's simply because it is quite windy outside, so this is going to allow you to not hear the wind. If I take it off, there's a good chance you're going to hear a lot of this wind passing through the microphone and therefore sounding a little distracting. The built-in microphones on these transmitters are awesome as it allows you to get audio very quickly without having to mess with wires. In fact, using the wind muff as well as a cold shoe rail, I now essentially have a reporter's mic. One of the major features of this kit is that each transmitter has an internal recording mechanism that you switch on and off. That means, should you ever lose signal to your receiver, you will have a backup audio recording that you can use in your video edit. This system also sports a timecode feature. What that means is you can go into your video editor like DaVinci Resolve, take all your internal audio recordings and your videos, and be able to sync them all up with just a few clicks of your mouse. And yes, if you want to use these transmitters as standalone voice recorders, you can with the record button up top. This does not require you to have it linked to the receiver at all. I'll have some affiliate purchase links down below that will show you the best prices currently available, as well as a video to my quick start guide. That way you can learn everything you need to know about how to get started with the Rode Wireless Pro before it arrives. Weddings, theater shows, live concerts. At some point in your career, someone's going to ask you, can you do these video jobs? And the best thing about these jobs is that you don't have to worry about miking up anybody, generally speaking, because they're already going to have a sound system. They might even wire somebody up or give them a handheld mic, and all of that is going into their soundboard. So what you need to do is have an XLR recorder to be able to record the full mastered mix coming from that soundboard. So the recorder you need to purchase is the Zoom F3. The Zoom F3 can record up to 2 channels, but truth be told, you'll probably only use one most of the time. And the cool thing about this recorder is that it records in something called 32-bit float, which has some advantages over 24-bit. To explain it simply, 32-bit float has a very wide dynamic range in terms of its volume that it can handle. So, should someone suddenly speak very loudly and the soundboard is feeding you a very hot signal, you don't have to suddenly run from your camera over to change your preamp. Simply pull down the volume in your editor and you'll see that the Zoom F3 did indeed capture all the details without any sort of audio distortion. To make sure you're covered from a variety of different soundboards and audio sources, you'll want to pick up some adapters to go onto your XLR cable. I will talk a bit about them more in detail later in this video. And of course, I will have some affiliate purchase links down below, as well as a link to the video of the quick start guide for the Zoom F3. The last situation you might find yourself in is when you have to capture someone's dialogue or audio, but you can't mic them up. And that might be because of the clothing they're wearing or lack thereof, or possibly you are filming multiple interviews and you have a very short amount of time to do it, which means you don't have time to go up to each person and wire them up before their interview. In these situations, the last investment you need to make is in a shotgun microphone. Specifically, I'm going to be talking about the Rode Videomic 2. What's special about these microphones is that they are directional, meaning that they're going to pick up sound right in front of it while rejecting sound around it. So if I suddenly point this shotgun microphone somewhere else, test 1, 2, 3, test 1, 2, 3, test 1, 2, 3, you'll notice that you couldn't hear me very well. So with these boom mics, what you want to do is you'll want to keep it out of frame, like this. And as long as it's pointing at my mouth, you're going to be able to hear me. And with these shotgun microphones, you're going to be good from 1 to maybe 3 feet away. So generally, the closer the better with these shotgun microphones. That way you can get the voice as clean as possible. There are more expensive shotgun microphones that perform very well up to 40 feet, but generally speaking, you're not going to find yourself in those situations. The Videomic Go 2 also does not require any batteries. It's able to draw power from your camera's mic jack, even the Rode Wireless Pro's mic jack, or with a specific adapter, you can also have this working with your Zoom F3. And because you have a Rode Wireless Pro, the most common way you're going to use it is just attaching it to the shotgun microphone, effectively making it a wireless shotgun microphone. In fact, this is exactly what I'm doing right now. So that was a rundown of your principal gear. Now let's talk about the accessories. First up is the carrying case that's going to house all your principal gear and accessories. This is a semi-hard case, so it's going to withstand pretty well, short of you jumping on it or running it over with a car. If you want to purchase a different case, go ahead and make sure that your interior measurements are approximately this size, if not bigger. Number 2 is an XLR cable that's going to run from a soundboard into your Zoom F3. Truth be told, you're really only going to need one cable for this application, in which your small case is going to handle either a 6 feet or 10 feet cable, which is more than enough for what you need. Number 3 is a USB power bank. This specific slim model already has a USB-C wire already built into it. And this is awesome because you can use it to charge your Rode Wireless Pro's own charging case, as well as operating your Zoom F3 completely off of USB-C power. Number 4 is a 3.5mm stereo split cable that goes into XLR. This is when you want to attach your Rode Wireless Pro to your Zoom F3, but you want to make sure that each transmitter has its own channel. So as long as your Rode Wireless Pro is in stereo mode, this stereo splitter will allow channel 1 to be one transmitter and channel 2 to be the other. Number 5 is an XLR to quarter jack adapter. Some very old soundboards will not have an XLR out, rather they will have a quarter jack. And this adapter is going to attach to your XLR cable, allowing you to run from the old soundboard to your Zoom F3. Number 6 is an XLR to 3.5mm adapter. This one is special because it can operate with or without phantom power. Most of the times you're going to do without phantom power because maybe you're going to be plugging into someone's laptop as you're going to record some sort of audio source that they have going there, or maybe it's a music player and you're going out of the headphone jack. These are situations where you're not going to need phantom power. The only time you're ever going to need phantom power to come through this is if you are using a straight up lavalier mic plugged into it, or if you're using the Rode Videomic Go shotgun mic. These types of microphones require some sort of plug-in power from either your camera and or a wireless transmitter. So in the case you want to use these types of microphones with your Zoom F3, this is the kind of adapter you need with phantom power turned on. Number 7 is rechargeable AA batteries. Your Zoom F3 can operate off of 2 AA batteries, and this is very handy if you don't want a USB battery bank hanging off of it and you just want to have a super small setup while getting your audio. Number 8 is a boom pole. This is going to allow you to get your shotgun microphone as close to the talon's mouth as possible without entering into the frame. Now, if you have an assistant, you can have them hold the boom pole for you and capture the audio that way, especially if you're running and gunning. If you are just doing a nice interview setup, then the 9th accessory is simply a boom pole holder that's going to fit into one of your grip heads from your C-stands or light stands. Number 10 is a dead cat wind muff for your Rode Videomic Go 2. Now, you can pretty much just never pack the styrofoam one, just pack this one, because if and when you do need to use it, this is going to make sure it blocks away as much wind sound as possible, as well as occasionally some plosives from people speaking. Number 11 is that reporter mic handle that we talked about. Again, this is a very easy way to get audio without having to wire somebody up, and especially if you're in an interview situation where you're going back and forth, this is the quickest way possible to get good audio. Number 12 is a totally optional accessory depending on what type of work you want to be in. And this is a concealer for your Rode Lavalier 2. Its main purpose is for you to be able to still use your lavalier mic, but not have any sort of clipping or wiring showing up. It's going to be underneath the clothes. Basically, the capsule is going to fit inside its outer casing, and this casing is going to minimize clothing noise, specifically with its clothing guard and very smooth contour shape. It will also come with some double-sided tape, allowing you to stick it onto the skin of your talent. With all your purchases made, go ahead and place them into your small little carrying case, minus the boom pole and the boom pole holder, as those are going to be living with your light stands. Again, everything is going to be linked down in the description below, as well as video links to the quick start guides for the Wireless Pro and the Zoom F3. Be sure to check out this next video, as I'm going to go over some awesome tips and trick setups with this gear.